Dear students, today let me take up new lesson, that is pair of linear equations in two variables. Pair of linear equations in two variables. Students, you are familiar with linear equation in two variables. You have studied in 9th standard. A linear equation in two variables is of the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. This is the standard form of linear equation in two variables. Here a, b and c are real numbers, and a square plus b square is not equal to 0. That means a and b are not both 0. If a becomes 0, it becomes linear equation in one variable. If b becomes 0, then it becomes a linear equation in one variable. We have linear equation in two variables. Therefore, a square plus b square should not be equal to 0, or we can say a and b are not both 0. So, in this chapter, we are going to consider a pair of linear equations in two variables. We are going to consider two such equations, linear equations in two variables. The standard form of pair of linear equation in two variables x and y is of the form. Once again, let me write standard form of pair of linear equations in two variables is standard form of pair of linear equation in two variables is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. One equation. Another is a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals 0. So here this is the standard form of pair of linear equations in two variables, where a1 comma b1 comma c1 and a2 comma b2 comma c2 are real numbers, and one more condition, that is a1 square plus b1 square should not be equal to 0. That means a1 and b1 are not both 0, and another one is a2 square plus b2 square is not equal to 0. That means a2 and b2 are not both 0. So this is the standard form of linear equation in two variables x and y. This is the standard form of a pair of linear equations in two variables. Students, we know that the geometrical representation of linear equation in two variables is a straight line. So here we have two equations, that is a pair of linear equations in two variables. If we represent them in a graph, we will get a pair of straight lines. If we draw graph for a pair of linear equations in two variables, one of the following possibilities can happen. Dear students, let me repeat. The graphical representation of linear equation in two variables is a straight line. Since we have a pair of linear equations in two variables, we get two straight lines. And the one of the following possibilities can happen. I told you that the three possibilities. One is we get two straight lines. One is intersecting lines. Intersecting lines. Second one is parallel lines. And the third one is coincident lines. So the graph will be of the form, in the first case, it will be like this. This point of intersection of two graphs, for example, this is for a1x, b1y plus c1, and this is a2x plus b2y plus c2. The point of intersection of these two graphs is the solution. We have to take the x coordinate as well as y coordinate of this point of intersection. That will be the solution for the pair of linear equations in two variables in this case. One of the possibilities is we may get intersecting lines or we may get parallel lines. Since they do not intersect, we are not going to get a solution for this. Another one is coincident lines. That means first a graph we draw one line. For another graph also, for another equation also, we draw a line, but that line coincides with the earlier one. Here, each point is a solution for the equation and each point is common for both the equations. Students, each point on the graph is a solution. Each point on the graph is a solution for the equation. And here each point is common for both the equations. Therefore, each point is the solution for both the equations. Here one point is common for both the equation. That will be the solution. Here no point in common. They don't have common point. So a pair of linear equations in two variables can be represented graphically. If we get intersecting lines, so the pair of linear equations have only one solution. With the pair of linear equations, if we get parallel lines, then the equations, they do not have any solution. If we get coincident lines, those equations have infinite solutions. Let me sum up this. Here, type of graph, type of equation, number of solutions. Number of solutions. If intersecting lines, the graph is intersecting lines, we call the equations as consistent pair of equations, and it will be having only one solution, unique solution. That means we consider the x coordinate as well as y coordinate. Second one, parallel lines, type of graph, parallel lines, inconsistent pair of equations. Here no solution. because the lines do not have a point in common. They are parallel. Third one is coincident lines. One lie on the other. Coincident lines. Graph will be of the form like this. We call these lines as coincident lines. We call equations as dependent pair of equations. Dependent pair of equations are also consistent pair. Here we have infinite solutions. Infinite solutions. See, if we draw the graph for a linear pair of equations in two variables. Linear equations in two variables. One of the possibilities can happen. If the graph is intersecting lines, we call the equations as consistent pair of equations, and such equations have unique solution. If the graph drawn is parallel lines, then the equations are called inconsistent pair of equations. Such equations do not have any solution. If the graph is coincident lines like this, then the equations are called dependent pair of equations. Dependent pair of equations are also consistent pair of equations. Such equations have infinitely many solutions. So, here we have many methods to solve pair of linear equations in two variables. We are going to discuss each method one by one. All the methods one after the other. See, here we have an example. First you have to read this. Akila went to a fair in her village. She wanted to enjoy rides on the giant wheel and play hoopla. Hoopla means a game in which you throw a ring on the items kept in a stall, and if the ring covers any object completely, you get it. The number of times she played hoopla is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. If each ride costs rupees 3 and a game of hoopla costs rupees 4, how would you find out the number of rides she had and how many times she played hoopla, provided she spent rupees 20? See here, many word problems are there, plenty of word problems are there in this chapter. First, you have to read the problem. You need to convert that into two linear equations, a pair of linear equations in two variables. See, here he has given comparison. First one. Let me read once again. The number of times she played hoopla is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. The number of times she played hoopla is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. So then first, the number of, if we know the number of rides on giant wheel, we can write the number of times she played hoopla. Let the number of rides on giant wheel be x. Therefore, the number of times she played hoopla is y. He has given one comparison. Number of times she played hoopla, that is y, is half the number of rides on the giant wheel, that is x by 2. Remember this, children, a comparison is given. The number of times, the number of rides on giant wheel be x, number of times she played hoopla be y, and he has given the comparison between these two, that is number of times she played hoopla, that is y, is equal to half the number of rides on the giant wheel. For example, if the number of rides times she played hoopla is 10, this becomes 5. If it is 8, this becomes 4, like that. So we have written the general form. And another one is there. Let me read another part of the problem. He has given, if each ride costs rupees 3 and a game of hoopla costs rupees 4. So I will write that one. Cost for each ride on giant wheel is rupees 3. Cost for playing hoopla once is rupees 4. So for each ride she has to spend rupees 3. For to play hoopla she has to spend 4 rupees 4. How many times she had ride on giant wheel? X. So each time she has to give 3 rupees. For example, if she had 3 rides or 4 rides on giant wheel, how much she has to pay? She has to give 4 into 3, that is 12 rupees. Similarly, if the number of times she played hoopla, for example, if she played hoopla 6 times, how much she has to spend on hoopla? 6 into 4. But because to play hoopla once she has to spend rupees 4. To play that game for 6 times she has to pay 6 into 4, that is 24 rupees. So let me calculate total money spent on, that is ride on giant wheel is 3 into x, rupees 3x. So similarly, money spent to play hoopla is rupees 4y. So how much she has spent to ride giant wheel? Rupees 3x. How much money she has spent to play hoopla? Rupees 4y. Totally how much she is having? She is having rupees 20. So 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. See, 2 equations we have got. Y is equal to x by 2. Here also you can write 4y is equal to 20 minus 3x, because we are going to represent this graphically. Y is equal to 20 minus 3x by 4. Let me draw graph for both the equations. Dear students, we discuss graph in polynomials also. So one thing you should remember, in polynomials, we consider the x coordinate of the point of intersection of x-axis with the graph. Is it not? X coordinate of the point of intersection of graph with the x-axis. The point of intersection of graph and x-axis. There we have to consider the x coordinate of that point of intersection. Here also we are going to draw the graph, but here we consider the point of intersection of two graphs. Did you understand, children? Here in polynomials, while finding the zeros of the polynomial, the x coordinates of the point of intersection of line with x-axis, the graph with x-axis. But here we are going to consider the point of intersection of both the graphs. So here we have two equations, y is equal to x by 2 and another one is y is equal to 20 minus 3x by 4. So let me draw the graph for this. So x, I have to draw a table like this, and 2 points are enough to draw a line because 2 points determines a line. Y is equal to 20 minus 3x by 4. 2 points are enough. So when x equals 0, y is equal to, when x equals 0, y is equal to 0 by 2, y is also 0. When x equals 2, to have a whole number, you have to select the value of x according to your convenience. If x equals 2, y equals 2 by 2, you will get 1 by 2, 1. So if x equals 2, y equals 1. Similarly, when x equals 0, y equals 20 minus 3 into 0 by 4, that is equal to 20 by 4, 5. When x equals 0, y equals 5. When x equals, if I write 1, you'll get fraction, because 3 ones are 3. 20 minus 3, 17, we will get fraction. So you have to select a convenient value for x. If I take 2, it becomes 6. 14 by 4 will not get a whole number. So I will take 4 for x equals 4. Y equals 20 minus 3 into 4 by 4. So 20 minus 12 by 4. So y is equal to, that is 8 by 4. Y is equal to 2. So now we can draw the graph for these two equations. We have formed a pair of linear equations in two variables, and we have to draw the graph to find the solution. So first one, 0, 0 here, and second one 2 and 1. X equals 2, y equals 1. So let me draw the graph first. Now another, so this graph y is equal to x by 2. Another one we have 0, 5. 0, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one 2, 1. 4, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So let me draw another graph for another equation. Here, what type of graph we obtained? Here we have got intersecting lines and they have one point in common. This point of intersection, the x coordinate, let me write the x coordinate and y coordinate of the point of intersection. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So 4, 2. So x equals 4 and y equals 2. So what is x? Number of rides on giant wheel, be x. What is the value of x here? 4. And what is the value of y? That is number of times she played hoopla is 2. So she had 4 rides on giant wheel and she played hoopla 2 times. How much money did she spend on giant wheel? 3 into x, that is 3 into 4, that is rupees 12. And how much money she spent on to play hoopla? 4 into 2, that is 8. 12 plus 8 is 20. Dear students, we will discuss more problems in the ensuing days. Thank you. Have a nice day.